Hi, my name's Jean and I wrote this book, The Perfect Fit, and I'm going to read it to you. In a faraway land with a beautiful view, there once was a woman who lived in a shoe. She lived with her children, a cat and a dog, 2 friendly chickens, a rat and a frog. One day she announced, "We must find a new home. This shoe is too small, my children have grown." They sat round the table and thought of a plan, then packed up their things and their journey began. They hurried past gardens and climbed over feet, then lumbered up stairwells and into the street. They dodged spinning doorways and tripped over cones, then wobbled on paths made of old cobblestones. They found a stiletto and squealed with delight. It glistened and shimmered and shone in the night. They dashed up the ladder and scrambled inside. Then one at a time, they all whizzed down the slide. But the Queen of Hearts, she threw her tarts and covered them all in jam. She picked up her shoe in the hullabaloo and ordered the family to scram. So they ran across bridges and walked between locks, then crawled under tunnels and jumped over rocks. They soon found a trainer all withered and worn. Its laces were tangled, soles badly torn. The children peered in through the windows and giggled, then tried to squeeze in as they pushed and they wriggled. But Jack and Jill skipped over the hill with their bucket filled to the brim. Jack picked up his shoe, then slipped on some goo and shouted, "I hope you can swim." So they clambered up mountains and slithered down slopes, then scurried through fields and climbed knotted ropes. They found a posh boot and cried, "This could be good," surrounded by water, alone in the wood. They made a fine boat using branches and straw, then sailed to the boot and knocked on the door. But Puss in one boot, with his bag full of loot, jumped down from his lair in the tree. He picked up his boot, while still looking cute, and whispered, "Please join me for tea." They stumbled and tripped, then ran some more, back through the wood to the hills and the shore. They travelled through fog and slipped into caves, then strolled by the sea and were splashed by the waves. "Enough," cried the woman. "I can't take any more. My children are hungry. I'm aching and sore." They sobbed and sighed and were about to give in, when one of them shouted, "Over there by the bin." They looked at each other, their faces beamed, when they saw the shoe that glistened and gleamed. They examined it closely and shouted, "Yippee!" It sparkled and twinkled, was empty and free. "We'll take it," cried the woman. "Cinderella won't mind. She has her Prince Charming. What a wonderful find." They carved out some windows, they cut out a door, then dusted and vacuumed and polished the floor. Cinderella stopped by and asked, "How d'ye do?" She gave them the other, and so they had 2. The woman declared, "It's the perfect fit. There's plenty of room, at last I can sit." They had pumpkin for supper that also was free, and they washed it all down with a huge cup of tea. The end.